The first question on the poll, please. Okay. What is the name of Nimai's maternal grandfather? Your choices are Jagannath Mishra, Nilambar Chakravarti, Upendra Mishra, or Advaitacharya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we will take the poll. Let's end the poll here. Let's share the results, please. Right, okay, so 25% are saying that it is Jagannath Mishra, 50% have said that it is Nilambar Chakravarti, 25% again have said Upendra Mishra, no one said Advaitacharya. So anyone to want to give the right answer, please?
Nilambar Chakravarti.
Can I have a hand raised? Sorry. Anyone would like to share the answer?
Okay, the correct answer is Nilambara Chakravarti. So those of you who answered it correctly, pat yourself. This is Nimai's maternal grandfather, which means mother's father. Nimai's mother was Sachimata, and Sachimata's father was Sri Nilambar Chakravarti. Jagannath Mishra is the father of Nimai Pandit, and Advaitacharya is the god brother of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's guru, Ishwarapuri.
So Advaitacharya is more like Guru Varga for Sri Nimai. Okay, so we will move on to the next question. Question number 2. Which year did Nimai appear and which year did he disappear? Your choices are
1486 he appeared, 1534 he disappeared, 1520 he appeared, and 1568 he disappeared, 1406 he appeared, 1454 he disappeared, 1486 he appeared, but 1524 he disappeared. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's have the results of the poll.
Poll results, please.
Okay. So 57% of you said 1486 and 1534. 14% said 1520 and 1568. None of you said 1406 and 1454, and 29% of you said 1486 and 1524. Well, first of all, before giving the answer, anyone would like to share their answers?
Would anyone like to share? Yes. Anjali. Option 1, Hari Prasad. Anjali, could you unmute yourself? Okay. Well, the answer is option 1, which is 1486. Mahaprabhu appeared. Oh, you can't unmute. Okay, okay. All right. 1486, Lord Chaitanya appeared, and 1534, Lord Chaitanya disappeared. So this is Gaurabdha. You know, we actually celebrate Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas. For us, our new year starts from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day after Gaura Purnima, is considered to be the New Year's Day. So we will be celebrating Gaurabdha 536. So wishing everyone a very, very happy Gaurabdha 536, wishing you a very happy new year. May this new year bring every one of us closer to each other, closer to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and may the pastimes and the nectarian names of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ever reverberate in our minds, in our mouths, in our tongues. We may always chant the names of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hari Bol.
So it is said that Nimai Pandit appeared, or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and disappeared. We don't say birth and when did he leave his body or anything, because the Lord is absolute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is absolute. Krishna is absolute. Just like a sun appears to our vision and then disappears from the vision. When he disappears from the vision, it's not like the sun is not there. Sun is still there. It's just not appeared to our vision. Similarly, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still here. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, indestructible. He's always present. He's just disappeared from our vision. And he appeared in our vision in 1486. He disappeared in 1534. That does not mean that he left his body. There is no difference between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his body. Unlike us, there is a difference between us and our bodies, but the soul is different, body is different. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, all the Vishnu Tattva, they don't have any difference between their body and their soul.
Hari Bol.
So third question, who is the spiritual master of Sri Advaitacharya? Can we have that on the screen, please? The options are Madhvacharya, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, or Keshav Bharti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, shall we have the results? Okay, the results. Okay.
When they share the result, don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay, so 14% of you said Madhvacharya, 57% Madhavendra Puri, 29% Ishwara Puri. None of you said Keshav Bharti, so you all have been listening. That's good. So the majority wins here, which is Madhavendra Puri is the spiritual master of Sri Advaitacharya. Interestingly, Madhavendra Puri is the first Acharya in our Sampradaya who was revealed the Madhurya Ras of the spiritual relationship between Krishna and Srimati Radharani. All the others before them were worshippers of different other moods of Krishna, Vatsalya Ras or Shanta Ras or Dasya Ras. But in our Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, the first person who was revealed this Madhurya Ras was Madhavendra Puri, who then revealed it to Advaitacharya, Ishwara Puri, who then revealed it to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and spread it to the whole world, he used Madhavendra Puri as an instrument of sharing that sweetness of Madhurya Rasa.
In fact, Mahabhava of Srimati Radharani was manifested by Sri Madhavendra Puri first, and then of course by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Madhavendra Puri Pad is very, very special to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Jai Shri Madhavendra Puri ki jai. Next question, please. What is the name of Lord Chaitanya's elder brother? Your choices are Vishwarupa, Vishwambhara, Vishwajit, or Vishwakarma. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, so we can take the results, please.
So 71% of you said Vishwarup is the elder brother of Lord Chaitanya. 29% said Vishwambhar. And none of you said Vishwajit or Vishwakarma. The correct answer is Vishwarupa. Vishwambhar is another name of Lord Chaitanya. Vishwambhar and Vishwarupa were brothers. Vishwambhar is Lord Chaitanya. Vishwarupa is the elder brother of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the elder son of Jagannath Mishra and Shachidevi.
Okay, so can we move to the next question? Question number 5, please.
What is the name of Lord Chaitanya's sannyas guru? Ishwarapuri, Keshav Bharti, Madhavendra Puri, Ganga Das Pandit.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so let's go to the results.
So 13% of you said Ishwarapuri, 75% of you said Keshav Bharti, 13% said Madhavendra Puri, and none of you said Gangadas Pandit. So Lord Chaitanya's sannyasa guru, the name is...
Anybody would like to share? The name of Mahaprabhu's sannyas guru.
Keshav Bharati.
Keshav Bharti.
Bharati. Yes, thank you, Anjali. Very, very nice. Are you able to hear us clearly?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. So Keshav Bharati is the sannyas guru of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Ishwara Puripad, he is actually the initiation, Harinam initiation guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Madhavendra Puri is the Param guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gangadas Pandit was a very dear associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We'll hear about him very soon in our Gauramrita sessions. Okay, so moving on. By the way, we have something very interesting coming up right at the end of the quiz. So just to keep you all engaged.
Who was Lord Chaitanya's personal servant during the South India Yatra? Was it Kala Krishnadas? Was it Govinda? Was it Balabhadra Bhattacharya? Or was it Lord Nityananda?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, so shall we share the results, please? Okay, so we have 50% who have said Kala Krishnadas. We have 17% who said Govinda. We said 17% who are Balabhadra Bhattacharya and 17% who said Lord Nityananda. Anyone for the right answer, please? Anyone would like to share?
Hare Krishna Mataji, option 1 Mataji, Krishnadas, Kala Krishnadas.
Kala Krishnadas. Yes, yes, very nice. Good answer. Very good. Perfect.
So Kala Krishnadas accompanied Lord Chaitanya in the South India Yatra. And
Don't say the others. They're coming up.
okay, there are questions after that. Okay, who was Lord Chaitanya's personal servant in Jagannath Puri? Was it Kala Krishnadas? Was it Govinda? Was it Balabhadra Bhattacharya? Or was it Lord Nityananda?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, nobody said Kala Krishna Das. Very good on that. 71% said Govinda. 14% said Balabhadra Bhattacharya, and 14% said Lord Nityananda. Anyone for the right answer, please?
Govinda.
Govinda.
Yes, and there was a very wonderful, sweet pastime. One time, many of you, those who have been to Jagannath Puri, have seen the house of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, which is called Gambhira. And in that Gambhira, if you see, it's a very small place, very small. Lord Chaitanya was so tall, he could hardly fit into that space. And when he would sleep, when he would lie down, his whole body would become curved and his legs would go almost near the entrance, because Lord Chaitanya was 7.5 feet tall, and Gambhira is very, very small place. So Lord Chaitanya would not fit completely in there. And Govinda, who is personal servant of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, had the service to come and press Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, massage his lotus feet, so that he can, Lord Chaitanya can take rest also. And he would do it voluntarily. Lord Chaitanya was very embarrassed. He would say, no, please don't do. But Govinda would say, no, this is my service to you. And Lord Chaitanya, as a servant, in a mood of service, he accepted Govinda's service of pressing his lotus feet, massaging his lotus feet. And so since Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet was at the entrance, Govinda, he went over the legs of Lord Chaitanya to enter inside. And then he performed his service. And typically he would, once Lord Chaitanya would sleep, he would leave the room. But this time he didn't leave the room. And Lord Chaitanya woke up in the morning and to start performing his japa. And when he woke up, he saw that Govinda is still sitting there in the room. And that was pretty unusual. And he asked, Govinda, tumi jaoni? You didn't go? You didn't go back to your home? You didn't sleep? You didn't take rest in your place? You didn't take rest here, neither there? What are you doing here? And Govinda said, my dear Lord, your lotus feet is blocking the door. So since it's on the door, I didn't feel appropriate to cross your feet, because I shouldn't do that. So rather I said, and I didn't want to wake you up either. So I stayed here till you wake up. So Lord Chaitanya said, well, but to come in, you had to cross my feet anyways. So if for coming in, you crossed my feet, then while going, why did you not do this? He said, oh, my dear Lord, for coming in, I was coming in to perform service. For service, even if there is an offense, I would take it. But going out from here was for my personal sense gratification, for my personal desire to go to sleep, for my personal comfort. For that, I would not want to disturb you. But for your service, I'm willing to take as much as possible. But if it is for my personal thing, I don't want to do it. So this was the consciousness of the personal servant of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, Govinda Das.
And Govinda was such a sweet Vaishnava. He was so sweet that anyone who would come to meet Lord Chaitanya, he would, they would have to take appointments from Govinda to meet with Lord Chaitanya. Because if anyone is not screened by Govinda, they are not going to be allowed into the audience of Lord Chaitanya. So, but Govinda, he was so approachable by all the devotees. Everyone, whoever they may be, insignificant or, very, very just small, new devotees, or just anybody, whoever wants to come to meet Lord Chaitanya, Govinda would speak to them, would give them, greet them, would welcome them, receive them, serve them so wonderfully, because he was the direct servitor of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So wonderful mood, such a wonderful mood Govinda has. So this is a mood that we must try to cultivate when we serve Vaishnavas.
So on this wonderful occasion of Gaura Purnima, we pray to the personal servant of Lord Chaitanya, Govinda, to please grant us this mood of service, this humble mood of servitude, by which we can serve the Vaishnavas and serve the whole world in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Govinda Das ki Jai. Moving on to question number 8.
Who was Lord Chaitanya's personal servant during Vrindavan Yatra? Kala Krishna Das? Was it Govinda? Was it Balabhadra Bhattacharya? Or was it Lord Nityananda? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, so the results are nobody selected Kala Krishna Das, nobody selected Govinda, but 86% selected Balabhadra Bhattacharya and 14% selected Lord Nityananda.
So anyone would like to share the correct answer? Obviously, you all are paying attention to the quiz, so it cannot be the first two. It has to be one of the last two.
Anybody? The correct answer is Balabhadra Bhattacharya. So if you remember the picture, when Lord Chaitanya was crossing over the Jharkhand forest, there's Lord Chaitanya who is dancing in the front and he's going towards Vrindavan. And there is Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who is a little brahmachari, but very humble, sincere brahmachari who was accompanying Lord Chaitanya. But he was so scared at the beginning. So he's like hiding behind the trees when he was seeing the tigers and the elephants dance together along with Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu at the Jharkhand forest. So this is Balabhadra Bhattacharya accompanying Lord Chaitanya to Vrindavan. Okay, moving on. Question number 9.
Which temple did Lord Chaitanya meet Srila Ishwarapuri in? Was it the Ananta Pagmanava temple? Was it Kurma Kshetra? Was it Jagannath temple? Or was it Pada Padma temple? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay. Okay, so now we'll have the results out. We have 50% who said Ananta Padmanabha temple. We have 17% who said Kurmakshatra. We don't have anyone who said Jagannath temple. And we have 33% who said Pada Padma temple. Anyone for the right answer, please? Anyone would like to share?
Hare Krishna Mataji, it is Pada Padma temple, the last option. Is it right?
Very good. Excellent, Hari Prasad Prabhu. Excellent.
And where is this Pada Padma temple?
Out of
Is
syllabus.
it in Gaya? I don't know.
Both Gaya and Pada Padma temple, Lord Chaitanya met his spiritual master, Srila Ishwarapuri. Of course, in Jagannath temple, Lord Chaitanya resided for the last phase of his life and in this material world. And then Kurmakshetra is the first place where Lord Chaitanya started his South India Yatra from. From Jagannath Puri, the first place he came was Kurmakshetra, which is very near Vishakhapatnam, near Simhachalam. First he went to Kurmakshetra, then he walked to Simhachalam. But near there is this place Kurmakshetra where there's a beautiful deity of Kurmadev installed by Srila Ramanujacharya himself, especially on the instruction of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. he actually installed Kurma Dev deity and established the worship and how methodically there should be the worship. The worship there that Srila Ramanujacharya established is the gold standard of deity worship in Kurma Kshetra. And there was a wonderful, beautiful pastime of how Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maharani instructed Srila Ramanujacharya to do this. But moving on, the Ananta Padmanabha temple is in Trivandrum, where he found the Brahma Samhita. But this time we also saw this time we went to Jagannath when we went to Jagannath Puri one time. We went to Ananta Padmanabha temple also, near in Bhuvaneshwar. So before going to Jagannath temple in Bhuvaneshwar, there is the temple of Lord Shiva, and then right next to it is Ananta Padmanabha temple in Bhuvaneshwar. So there is one in Trivandrum in Kerala, where he found the fifth chapter of Brahma Samhita, but also in Bhuvaneshwar. And this Ananta Padmanabha temple in Bhuvaneshwar is very, very special. There is wonderful pastime of how Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maharani appeared there as Krishna, Balaram, and Lakshmi Devi. And there, this time, when we went there, we were praying, we asked the pujari, it was last 5 minutes of darshan remaining when we reached there.
They were about to have their lunch offering. So just before that, somehow we mercifully got beautiful darshan. And there the deities, they are in a standing position. You can see Ananta means, it refers to Lord Ananta, which is Balaram, Ananta Shesh. So he is a personality standing with two hands, two legs, and there's Ananta Shesh on top of him. And his eyes are gold, made out of gold. Very beautiful deity. And similar is the deity of Padmanabhaji, who is Lord Jagannath himself. And then in between is Lady Shubhadra. So we know that Jagannath Puri is actually called as Shankhatirtha, that it is shaped in just like a conch shell. It's called Shankhatirtha. But Bhuvaneshwar is actually called as Chakratirtha, Sudarshan Chakra, because here, when Lord Shiva came here to Bhuvaneshwar, he invited Krishna Balaram to come here to this Tirtha to give their protection to this Dham, to this Kshetra. So Lord Krishna, he gave his Sudarshan to this place in Bhuvaneshwar, and that is why this place became known as Chakra Tirtha. And that's why this particular deity of Krishna in this Ananta Padmanabha temple does not have Sudarshan. He is just standing just like that without his Sudarshan Chakra, because he has offered his Sudarshan Chakra for the protection of that Kshetra, it is said. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful deities, very beautiful temple.
And when we went there, we asked the pujari, please bless us, please bless so we can get Ananta Padmanabha's mercy. And the pujari said something very deep. He said, well, getting his mercy, do you really know what it means to get mercy? He said, yeah, blessings, mercy. He said, you first have to have the appetite to receive his mercy, because once he gives his mercy, he will, what if he takes everything away so that you only depend on Krishna? So be careful when you ask for his mercy. Getting mercy is easy, but maintaining that mercy requires another form of mercy. To always be grateful whatever happens in our life, and understand that this life is meant for improvement. This life is meant for learning. And as much as possible, if we are in the mood that I'm not perfect, but I'm a piece of work in progress, and I would like to learn from everything so that I can improve in my service to Sri Guru and Gauranga. And if we are always in this mood, then whatever situation in life we will always look for improvement, and we will never be tormented. by that situation. So this is how we can have this digestion to receive the mercy of the Lord.
Very well. And this temple in Bhubaneswar also follows the same standards and the same Mahaprasad. The taste, just like in Jagannath Puri, the taste of the Mahaprasad is just like that. It's so tasty. And the same standard of worship is also established in Jagannath Puri, as is in this Bhubaneswar temple of Lord Jagannath. So it's like the original Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi worshipped in Bhubaneswar. So beautiful, beautiful temple here. So moving on, next question.
How many years did Lord Chaitanya travel in South India? 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay, shall we end the poll here? Okay.
So 50% of you said 4 years. None of you said 3 years. 33% said 2 years, and 17% said 1 year. Anyone would like to share the correct answer?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yes. Does anyone know which year, like he appeared in 1486, which 2 years did he perform the South India tour? He performed this tour from April 1510 to 1512. And he arrived in Jagannath Puri in March 1510. And within a month of his arrival, he started for his South India tour in April 1510. So he took sannyas in mid-February 1510. Then he came to Jagannath Puri a month later in March 1510. And in April 1510, he went to South India Yatra.
Okay, moving on. 11th question. This is not a choice. So we will not need the poll here. We can end the poll here for a minute. The 11th question is, why was Lord Chaitanya named Nimai? Can we have a hand raised for the answer? Vaijayanti Lalita Mataji, yes, please. Unmute yourself, please.
Because he was born under the tree of neem tree. That's why he was named Nimai.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that wonderful, perfect answer. Lord Chaitanya, Nimai, was born under a neem tree, and therefore he was lovingly addressed as Nimai. And any idea on who gave him this name, Nimai?
Sita Devi, wife of Advaitacharya Prabhu.
Very good, very good. Yes.
Thank you.
Advaitacharya Prabhu's wife, Sita Thakurani, who named Mahaprabhu as Nimai. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the poll. Question number 2.
For whom did Lord Chaitanya throw his one and only written book in the Ganga? Was it for Raghunath Das Goswami? Was it for Raghunath? Was it for Raghunath Bhatta Goswami? Or was it for Murari Gupta? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Okay. All right. So we have 20% who have said Raghunath Das Goswami. We have 60% who have said Raghunath. We have 0% who said Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Murari Gupta is told by 20% of you. So thank you all so much. Anyone would like to share the right answer? Anybody?
It is Raghunath Mataji. Raghunath.
Raghunath, Hari Prasad Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you, Hari Prasad Prabhu. It is Raghunath. Now, Raghunath, he was actually, like a classmate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Lord Chaitanya was displaying the pastimes of Nimai Pandit. At that time, he had a very close friend whose name was Raghunath. And Raghunath also was a very, very highly scholarly person. So one time Lord Chaitanya wrote some Nimai, logic. He wrote an entire book on logic and Nimai Shastra. And then even Raghunath, he also wrote, because that was like the assignment. So even Raghunath, he also wrote a very beautiful description. And then both of them were crossing the Ganga to come to their school, to come to their toll, to the Gurukul. At that time, Raghunath, he saw that Nimai Pandit has written a bhashya. He has written something on Nyaya Shastra. So then he was thinking in his mind, he just thought that, how will anybody read my writing if Nimai Pandit has his writing? Because his writing is without any comparison the best. So who will read my writing? So as soon as he thought like this in his mind, Lord Chaitanya, Nimai Pandit, as the Paramatma in his heart, he could understand. And he said, don't worry, Raghunath, everyone will read your Nyaya Shastra. And Lord Chaitanya took the palm leaves on which he had written everything, his only handwritten work. Lord Chaitanya just immersed it into the Ganga. So this is the, selfless act of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, that he did not do anything for name and fame, but rather relationships is more important for Lord Chaitanya. He taught us by his own personal example that how we must also try and see that not to prove ourselves greater than the other, but in spiritual world, in material world rather, it is the struggle of the fittest. It is the struggle for existence. Everyone wants to be greater than the greatest. But in spiritual world, it's the real opposite of that. Everyone wants to be the servant of the servant of the servant. So when we try to be the servant of the servant in a selfless mood, then that is how we can please Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Okay, so moving on.
Which year did Lord Chaitanya take sannyas? Was it in 1510, 1486, 1505, or 1520? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we can share the results.
So 78% of you said 1510. None of you said 1486. 11% said 1505. And 11% said 1520. So anyone would like to share their answer?
1510. He was 24 years old.
Yes.
1510.
Wonderful.
Lord
Perfect
Chaitanya.
answer.
We just discussed before when the question was for South India Yatra. I did mention that in February 1510 he took sannyas. March 1510 he came to Jagannath Puri, and April 1510 he went for South India Yatra. So 1510 he took sannyas.
Okay, so next question does not need a poll. Again, it is a raise hand answer. So please raise your hand if you know the answer. Question number 14 is, which 4 places does Lord Chaitanya reside eternally? Anybody for the right answer? We can have 4 devotees saying 4 answers. That's also good.
Mayapur Dham, Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan Dham, and in her heart.
Okay. Vajayanti Lalita Mataji.
In Shochi Mother's kitchen, in Raghav Bhavan, in Srivashangan, and wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, there.
Haribo. Very good, very good. This is the right answer. Anjali, your answer is also correct. The Lord Chaitanya does reside there, always eternally. But these four places, Raghaver Bhavane, Shochiro Randhane, Nitayer Nartane, and Srivas Angane. Srivas Angane. So these four places in the courtyard of Srivas Angan, where there is always kirtan going on, whenever Shachi Mata cooks, Lord Chaitanya is present. Whenever Lord Nityananda dances, Lord Chaitanya is present. And in Raghav Bhavan, which is on the way from Mayapur to Calcutta, we can see this place called Panihati, where Raghav Pandit stayed, where it was the Panihati festival was celebrated by Lord Nityananda himself. So Lord Chaitanya is said to be eternally residing in these four places. Okay, moving on. Question number 15.
How many unsuccessful attempts did Lord Chaitanya make before actually going to Vrindavan? 4 attempts, 3 attempts, 2 attempts, or 1 attempt? Again, we are not counting the attempts where he was successful, but the unsuccessful attempts.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay, we can end the poll here. Share the results, please. Yes, thank you.
So anyone would like to share the answer that they think is correct?
2 attempts.
2 attempts. Okay.
2 attempts. Okay.
Anyone else?
Mataji, I'm not sure the answer, but I know 3. When he only one answer I know. When he, after taking sannyas, he moved up to Radhadesh and then he returned back. That one only I remember. From Jagannath Puri also he tried. That also he diverted, but I don't know exactly properly. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Okay, that's good. The correct answer is 3 unsuccessful attempts, and in the 4th attempt, he was able to go to Vrindavan.
So it is 3 unsuccessful. The first time Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to Vrindavan was from Gaya, when right after his Harinam initiation from Srila Ishwara Puripad, he immediately wanted to go to Vrindavan at that time. Right after his Harinam initiation, he wanted to go to Vrindavan, but then the Akashvani, the voice from the heaven, said that not now. Now you return to Nadia, and then start the congregational chanting there. You can go to Vrindavan later. So Lord Chaitanya didn't go that time. Second time was after his sannyas. He wanted to go, but he did not go. He could not go. Lord Nityananda diverted him. And the third time was from Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya set out for Vrindavan, but again Lord Nityananda diverted him and sent him off to Kanai Nakshala instead of Vrindavan. So like this 3 times, Lord Chaitanya failed to go to Vrindavan, was unsuccessful to go to Vrindavan. And the 4th time, he made it to Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Lord Chaitanya said, unless all the devotees can come and give me blessings and give me your permission to actually go to Vrindavan, I will not go. So everyone gave their blessings and their, of course, not blessings, permission. Lord Chaitanya requested for permission. And that's when he finally went.
Okay.
So the last question.
What were the 2 books Lord Chaitanya brought back from his South India Yatra? Was it Krishna Karunamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita, Krishna Kathamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita, Krishna Nika Kaumudi and Sri Brahma Samhita, Krishna Karunamrita and Sri Ishopanishad?
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So we can see the results.
So 56% of you said Krishna Karnamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita. 33% said Krishna Kathamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita. None of you said Krishnarnika Kaumudi and Sri Brahma Samhita. And 11% said Krishna Karnamrita and Sri Ishopanishad. Okay, and the correct answer is...
Anyone? Anyone would like to share the right answer?
I think first one.
Yes, that's correct. Krishna Karnamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita. These were the two books. Krishna Karnamrita, anyone who is the author of Krishna Karnamrita?
Bilamangal Thakur.
Hari Bol.
Wonderful.
Yes. So the author of Krishna Karnamrita is Sri Bilva Mangala Thakur, and his book he found in Gujarat area, and Brahma Samhita he found in the Ananta Pagmanava temple in Kerala.
So Mahaprabhu actually returned back with these books back to Jagannath Puri on palm-written, handwritten copies of these books he brought back with him. And then when he brought it back, these two books, devotees then actually started making manuscripts out of this, and then copies were made and then were distributed. So these two books are very, 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 very important. Krishna Karnamrita and Sri Brahma Samhita.
So with this, we end the quiz today. We tried to understand the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life and events through the form of this quiz. Hopefully it was useful for everyone to grasp, and typically in a question answer format, in an interactive format, it's much easier to remember these things. And especially if we've made a mistake, that's even better, because then it'll stick about Lord Chaitanya's events, and we'll get eternal benefits because of that.
So now we will actually do Pushpa Abhishek, or a flower Abhishek to our deities, and all of us can participate while we are doing the Abhishek, sprinkling of flowers upon the deities of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And while there'll be some kirtan going on, and right after that, we'll finish it in very short time. And then right after that, we will start a small bhajan, which is written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which actually describes the mood of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Because we are in the preaching mission of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is Srila Prabhupada's legacy. So what is Srila Prabhupada's legacy? Right after our Pushpa Abhishek, we will be discussing this one very beautiful bhajan. So now, without further ado, we see Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu has appeared. This is Gauranga Mahaprabhu from Panchatattva. And we have small Mayapur Chandra from Gornitai. A little Mayapur Chandra have also come for the Pushpa Abhishek. So, Prem Vikas Prabhu, Divyangi, we can please put on some kirtan.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll take quick darshan of our deities.
These are the Guru Parampara. This is the Nakharvinda of Lord Nrsingadev and Sri Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Devi in their beautiful new dress. Sri Lakshmi Nrsingadev. If you see very closely, there is some holy color as well at their lotus feet. So we offered at their lotus feet some holy color, and this is Sri Mayapur Chandra and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Jai Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. And from here, we go to the second altar of the Guru Vargas, Srila Prabhupada, and the Guru Parampara, along with Sri Panchatattva. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Panchatattva Bhagavani Ki Jai. And then Shri Krishna Balaram in their beautiful altar and their new dress. And Shri Tribhanga Lalita Madan Mohan Krishna, along with Shri Nrsingadev. Jai Nrsingadev Bhagavani Ki Jai.
Okay. So now we will sing a very beautiful bhajan, which is written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. May we request the lyrics to be posted in the chat so everyone can follow along. You see, the mood of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is actually explained here by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the form of this beautiful bhajan. So, Lord, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Lord Gaura Sundara sings in a very sweet voice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that Lord Chaitanya's mood is that whether we are a householder or a sannyasi, constantly chant Hari Hari. Do not forget this chanting, whether you are in a happy condition or a distressful one. Just fill your lips with the Harinam. You are bound up in the network of Maya and are forced to toil fruitlessly. Now you have obtained full consciousness in the human form of life. So chant the names of Radha Madhava. Your life may end at any moment and you have not served the Lord of the senses, Rishikesha. Take this advice of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur just once and relish the nectar of the holy name. So this, we know, is the mood of Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya. It's the mood of our Guru Vargas. It is the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that whatever situation we may be in, we must constantly chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and induce others to also chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Introduce them somehow or the other to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, without any further ado, let us sing this beautiful bhajan, Gai Gaura Madhur Share. As you could see, our deities today, they are also wearing mridangas and kartals. Mahaprabhu is having kartals. So let us nicely sing for them so they can dance, and we can also dance along with them.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Advaitacharya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. God, Jai Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Gaura Purnima Maha Mahotsav ki Jai, Bhakti Mellows Group ki Jai, Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna. You can open up the lines if there's any questions, comments, reflections. We know in India, we're just starting Gaur Purnima, and here in US, we are just ending our Gaur Purnima. So it's a beautiful amalgamation of both times we are celebrating Shri Gaur Purnima, and we wish again everyone a very, very, very happy Shri Gaurabdha, new Gaurabdha 536. Happy New Year to everyone. Hare Krishna.
So today we went a little over time, but I believe considering that it's a festival, all of you must have enjoyed this session as did we very much. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to glorify Lord Chaitanya with all of you. So if there are any questions, comments, yes, Anjali.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare
A very, very happy Gaur Purnima and a very, very happy Holi to all of you, to all the devotees also. And at looking at your devotees, I was just feeling, okay, they are just floating in the clouds. They are like, they're in the sky. They're just floating and they're just seeking the blessings on all of us, It was so beautiful, so blissful. Like no words to describe. Itne sundar lag rahe hain. Oh my God. Very, very divine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us such a beautiful darshan. And the quiz round was, oh my God, it was so good. Like, you can actually, now we are feeling, now we know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are coming like, okay. And it retains also, this, because it's like brushing up. And then when we make a mistake, you're right, then it engraves more. Okay, fine. But still like, and that I think so that Mayapur last year when you had given us that yatra, that really helped. Yeah, that time I remember, okay, 2 years in South India, this, that, like, and thank you so much once more, like for this time going to Jagannath Puri and your association. And we also did darshan of, as you had guided us in Bhubaneswar. And we were lucky also to have Prashadam also over there. And this such divine darshan of Jagannath, Bhagwanji and Subhadra and Baldev. So thank you for everything. And Bhajan was also so beautiful. And both of you are looking so gorgeous, dressed up in yellow, in golden color of Mahaprabhu.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, okay, actually, I thought it will be in US tomorrow then. Okay, it's today. It
It's
ended.
today.
It's like,
Somehow we are one day before this time.
okay.
Yeah. It is today for us. Yeah.
Happy Gaura Purnima to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji. Then with
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, first of
Wonderful
all,
to see
happy
you.
happy Gaura Purnima wishes to you both. Okay, may this year also you should continue your service and give nectar, more nectar to all of us. And may Lord Narsinghadev and all our deities in that altar, right, give you good health, and they always protect you both in all aspects. Not only you, all devotees, all Vaishnavas. Okay. So my prayer for that. Yeah, as Mataji said right now, right? Both are looking golden color, very nice shringar and matches with our deity, right? I was observing that one. The white color and then the border was yellow, right? Yeah, both are looking gorgeous, and the deity is also more gorgeous, more attractive. Yeah, shringar is very nice, Prabhuji and Mataji. I think you spend a lot of time over decorating there. I'm seeing that always the altar there. Yeah, as Mataji told, right, it was covered with the fur, right? Something covered like fur.
Fur. It's like a cloudy, like
Yeah.
feathery things.
They are looking so gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for giving a session on this one, quiz session on this one. And we learned Prabhuji and Mataji. So we lack one thing, but I come to know the exact year, 1510. February, March, and the 2 years. Right?
Yeah.
And my favorite pastime also, you told Govindaji and Balabhadraji, I mean, Balabhadra Bhattacharya, right? So that pastime is very good, and giving life lesson always. Even the quiz session also, you both gave a life lesson. So, and the bhajan also. We should not leave the Harinam Sankirtan, where whatever it may be, whatever situation it may be. Yeah, really. It is giving our Siksha Parambara, I mean, continuing on, right, on Harinam Sankirtan. Anyway, thank you so much for your wonderful session, Mataji, today as well, and engaging us in Gaura Purnima. And once again, happy Gaura Purnima wishes to you, both of you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you for beautiful darshan. And those mrudangas look so cute with all Gauranga Mahaprabhu and everybody. Did you make them, Mataji? The mrudangas?
No, Prabhu. They are actually made out of wood. They are from Sri Mayapur Dham. They're made from wood and very beautiful mridangas.
Very good. Everything. Altar looks so nice, so blissful. Very nice for questions also. Especially that Balabhadra Bhattacharya I remember so well because our temple president, is Balabhadra Bhattacharya. Every time I see him, I remember this pastime.
Yes, he's a very dear friend of ours. I mean, he's Guru Varga. He's Srila Prabhupada's disciple. So but he's so merciful. He's so wonderful.
Yes, he goes out on Harinam every Friday. And today also, they went and they did the Harinam. It was so nice. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, again for beautiful darshan. It was really, really blissful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you. So grateful to you for your association, both of you. Please bless us. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, we can end here. Thank you so much. Happy Gaura Purnima again. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all so much for your wonderful comments. Nutan Mataji, everyone else, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.